how's it going, everyone? Pogo Science here, coming right at you guys. Thank you so much for stopping on by, you guys. And we're going to be running the buff move for Venusaur, Petal Dance. And Petal Dance got a 3-stage buff, you guys. So it got a buff in 3 departments. Damage dealt to the opposition, it got a buff to the cooldown reduction, and it got a buff in the movement speed. So they buffed Petal Dance in every single way possible. So we're going to go ahead and run it, and I'm going to tell you guys a little bit of a spoiler alert right now. I think Petal Dance is broken. I think it's the strongest move in the game, and at least the strongest non-unite move in the game. And I would say that perhaps in the next patch, they will probably have to nerf it again because it's completely broken right now. It makes Venusaur just too strong, too invincible. And we're gonna go ahead and run it with Giga Drain as well, which is another move that got a nice little buff as well. So now Venusaur will be taking less damage whenever it uses Giga Drain from your opposition. Giga Drain, by the way, is kind of like a lifesteal, if anyone's aware of that term for MOBAs. It's pretty much as your opponent's losing health, you pretty much gain some of that health. So it's a great move to have to recover a lot of your health. Petal Dance is just a great move to move up and down, zip, zoom, duck, dive, all over across the map, you guys. And I'll show you guys how strong it can be in this battle right here. We're playing rank battle in the master rank with MMR close to 1200, so very highly skilled players that we're playing with and against. I'll start off going bottom with the Slowpoke, and one thing you'll notice about the Slowpoke, and the Slowpoke does a great job of letting me take all the farm. I think the Slowpoke knows that I'm Pogo Science and I'm making videos. So they want me to level up as soon as possible. Just so you know, Giga Drain gets there at level 5, and then Bulbasaur also gets Petal Dance at level 7. So you got to work towards level 5 and 7 as quickly as you can. The Slowpoke's doing everything possible to help me. So we actually take down the first Aldino up top. You can tell because we actually had 13 points right there before I got that last 5. So whoever has the odd number of points after the Aldino is the one that took it. Just a little Pogo Science tip of the video for you guys. So we're going to go ahead and get back some health, get back a shield, and then I'm going to go ahead and just camp in this bush right here. I feel like the bush is the best way to go. You can get the side alley farm down there at the bottom, that little corphish you want, but I always like to kind of camp and wait for the bees, and in case your enemies try to score. So that's actually what I think the enemy was trying to do right there. So we're going to go ahead and get some health right here. The fletching, for some reason, is not leaving, even though his teammate already left. So we're going to go ahead and knock out the fletching. Night, night, sleep tight, you guys. The bees, the Squirtle took out the bees very quickly. I think he might have had some help from the Lucario that came bottom just in time. So that's no sweat on our end. So we're going to go ahead and try to take the second Aldino right now. The Squirtle is kind of hanging around in the hood, and we're going to go ahead and try to make it pay. So now we're at level 5. We've got Giga Drain. Giga Drain, whenever you use it, does damage, and also you gain back some of that health. And also you take less damage for a short period of time afterwards. So it's a very strong move, and it got that nice little buff. So we're going to go ahead and try to take out this Squirtle. If we can, it's hanging by a thread. The Lucario comes just in time to bail out their tank. So unfortunately, we can't score. We're holding on to a lot of points right now, so we're still eyeing the enemy right now, see if we can just knock it out. And then Squirtle once again is in trouble. Again, in comes a Talon. I think it might be a Fletchinder now. They all look alike to me, you guys. All 3 stages. So I think it's still a Fletchinder. And it looks like it might just evolve to a Talon right now. It's using the Pilot Talon skin, and once again the Pilot Talon skin is giving it too much bravado right now. It's for second time it's attacked us in our own goal, which is not a good idea. So we're gonna go ahead and knock it out for the second time in the first 2.5 minutes, you guys. So we're at level 7 now. We hit Petal Dance. So let's go ahead and see what Petal Dance can do. The bees have arrived, and we're gonna go ahead and just back up just a little bit and wait for our tank or our support to initiate. And we're gonna go ahead and use Petal Dance. The thing to watch about Petal Dance is look at the cooldown, you guys. Petal Dance itself has a 9-second cooldown, but the move itself lasts for 5 seconds. Look how long it lasts. It's still going, and then once the animation stops, there's about 4 seconds, maybe even less, before you can hit it again. So the cooldown in its entirety might be 9 seconds, but in terms of realisticness, it's really only like 3.5 to 4 seconds. So that's another reason why, and perhaps maybe the biggest reason why, I feel Petal Dance is completely broken right now, and definitely a move that's eligible to get a nerf during the next patch, you guys. Because look, Petal Dance is a great move to just get to where you want to be super, super fast, you guys. I don't even need to use the eject button with Petal Dance, I feel. And I think in this video, I can't remember ever even using the eject button. So this might be a Pokemon where you can opt to not use eject button and maybe run something else like Fluffy Tail or something just to farm up quicker. Or whatever you feel is better, X attack maybe. So we're gonna go ahead top. The enemy has already taken Rotom because they were so lackadaisical with Dreadnought. So I'll definitely sacrifice a Rotom for a Dreadnought. I'll make that 1-for-1 trade any day of the week here at the PokeScience channel, you guys. And if you guys are new to the channel, please consider hitting the like button too, by the way, if you're still listening to my voice right now. So we're at the 540 mark right now. We finished off the Rotom pretty easily, no resistance there. Greninja and Pikachu are defending that goal. We have all 5 enemies here. I'm going to go ahead and use my ult to see if we can wipe them out right now. We do take out the Greninja. Looks like the Cramorant took it out. We're going to pursue the Pikachu. I'm going to go ahead and just finish off this goal. We have all these points. I don't want to just hold on to the points forever, right? So you want to definitely keep scoring whenever you can. And I'm going to keep farming up once again. As we head towards the midway point of this game, I'm going to slowly make my way to bottom. Dreadnought should be reappearing fairly soon, you guys, fairly soon. So we're gonna start making our way to the bottom, and I always like to be productive on my journey down south. Make sure I take all this mid farm that the enemy is, pretty much ignoring completely right now. And we have a huge lead right now with under 5 minutes to go. Collect the extra spare balls whenever you can. I always like having a lot of balls. Yep, I just said that. So yeah, so you definitely want to have a lot of balls at all times because you can pressure your enemy to defend their goal a lot more seriously. If you have a lot of balls, I feel like your enemy keeps an eye out on you. They feel like they have to return home a lot just to watch their base a little bit more. So I like having a lot of balls, especially with under 2 minutes to go. But even with more than 2 minutes, I still like having a lot of balls. So I collect all the spare ones as long as it's like not out of my way or something. So we're gonna go ahead and take another Dreadnought right now because the enemy is just MIA completely. I think we've kind of scared them off because the Petal Dance allows us to just roam around whenever we want, so we can always chase after people. Look, I'm going to chase out this Lucario right now. I was using his dash to try to get away. I'm going to just stick on it like flies on rice. The flies like rice? I don't know. So let's go ahead and take out a couple of their enemies. Can we take out the Greninja? It's running. We're going to go ahead and use Petal Dance behind the goal right now. I just want to pressure this Greninja. So that it's really uncomfortable. It's not going to be able to really maneuver around too much because it has to stay close to the goal. I think we pretty much accomplished our objective down south. So I'm going to go ahead and head towards Rotom now because I want to also not just farm, but also make sure that the enemy doesn't take Rotom as well. I see it's pretty much a one-on-one game up top, but it looks like the enemy disappeared for a second there. So I don't know where they are, but so they're going to go ahead and let's take Rotom easily, it looks like. So we're looking very, very strong right now. I'm going to go ahead and keep trying to farm. I noticed my Unite's only at about 50% right now with about 1:15 to go until the 2-minute mark. I always like to have my Unite ready by the 2-minute mark just to be ready and prepared. You never know when you'll need it because oftentimes you'll notice a lot of melees break out right before the 2-minute marks because everyone's very antsy, right? So I always like to have it ready just in case. Even though I personally like to save it for Zapdos, but you never know if you need to, because if you can take out all 5 enemies like right at the 2-minute mark, you can just go ahead and take out Zapdos yourself. So you don't always have to save it for Zapdos. If you can tell that the melee that you're about to take part in will pretty much wipe out your entire enemy team, you should be able to, you should actually be using your Unite, I feel. So the Talon was chasing me, but didn't know that Cramorant was hiding right there in the bush as well. So we got this Talon on the ropes right now. I'm going to save my Unite, 222 to go. So I'm not going to go ahead and waste it. A Talon did waste his ult, so that's something you have to keep in the memory bank for down the stretch, so we know that we don't have to worry about it. Notice I'm heading towards top right now. I know all the action was at bottom right now. And I'm not going to try to save my enemies or whatever. I think my teammates, excuse me, I think my teammates are going to be fine without me. The reason why I went top is because no one was top. I don't want an enemy to sneak in and score 100 points because that top goal is still up and running. It's very close to the mid lane. So it's very easy for someone to just sneak in while we're busy down bottom. So I'm going to go ahead and move forward, see what's surveying the land a little bit, and we do see a Pikachu with 29 points. So that would have been a pretty nice jolt to our system right there if we allowed that Pikachu to easily sneak in right there while we were busy. So we're going to go ahead and head towards towards defending our top goal. I think mid is fine. Oh, look, we just took out Zapdos, you guys. We took out Zapdos. Pikachu really kind of just made a complete U-turn to try to score top, which it will, or maybe not, because actually the enemy did end up surrendering. And as you see right there, a very, very strong game from all my teammates, actually. So this is a very strong team. But Venusaur really shined in this video, I felt. We saw Giga Drain in play. We threw off many Petal dances. Petal dances, just using it for offense and defense, it's huge. And also using it for farming, it's just such a strong move. I said it earlier, it's almost like a Mr. Mime ultimate, with the exception that it's not, it doesn't stun your enemies. That's pretty much about it, in my opinion. Everything else makes it pretty much identical, and that's an ultimate move for Mr. Mime. While we established that Petal Dance, the cooldown itself is really only about 3.5 to 4 seconds long. As you see the teletape, we went ahead after maybe the 7-minute mark and never looked back. So overall, a very, very strong game. Thumbs up to everyone. Venusaur, the verdict on my end is it's probably maybe one of the best attackers in the game now, if not the best, and it probably will be getting a nerf soon. So thank you so much, you guys, for stopping on by. Hopefully I can catch you guys during my next live stream where we'll be playing Unite together. So hopefully everyone have an amazing night. Take care, everyone.